Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to Bhakti Vriksha class. Today we are going to have week 16. So far we have completed week 15. So we are taking different topics and try to discuss in detail about each topic. And in the recent past, the last week, the topic that we have seen is the glories of Tulasi Maharani, right? So a couple of weeks back, if you see, we have started choosing the topics which are very essential for us to understand and progress in devotional service. Okay, so these sessions should help all of us to practice and change our life, and especially we should be learning this and implementing this in our life. So that is the way we have designed these sessions, so that every learning that we are having here is going to change our life, the way of living, or our way of thinking, or whatever it may be. So this is the main aim of all these sessions. That's the reason we understood that the worship of Tulasi is very essential for a devotee. That's why even in our center we worship Tulasi. We worship Tulasi, and we take circumambulation of Tulasi, and it's very important in a devotee's life. And we have seen the glories of Tulsi in detail. We will try to recollect them before we enter into the today's topic. And you must have seen all the devotees are wearing tilak, right? So even when people who are not devotees who are coming to our center, we apply the tilak on their forehead. Okay. So what is the significance of applying a tilak, and why one devotee applies a tilak, and what is the meaning for this tilak, and what are the glories? And what will happen if I apply a tilak? And when and all I can apply, who and all can apply the tilak, and who all not eligible for applying the tilak. Okay, these things we will try to see in today's session. Okay, it's very important. We simply think that it is just a tilak and which has no meaning, or which might not give us any benefit, but it is just for showing a surrenderness to the Krishna, or maybe showing that we are devotees. We might be thinking a tilak means that. There is much beyond what we are thinking. So today we will try to understand in detail what it is. Okay. So before that, we will start our session. We'll take darshan of ISKCON Seshadripuram, and then we will complete the Mangalacharan, and then we'll take the blessings of our Guru Parampara, and then we will start our session. जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेव, सुभद्रा माता की जय, सुदर्शन भगवान की जय, पंचतत्व की जय, गौर निताय की जय, वामन देव की जय, परशुराम भगवान की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनीति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So today's session we are dedicating to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And before we enter into our topic today, so week 15, what we discussed is about the Tulasi Devi, and some glories we have discussed about the Tulasi Devi, and the way the Kumaras experience the smell of Tulasi Devi and the ultimate benefit that they have got, we have discussed. And the story that exemplifies how a single Tulasi leaf surpasses everything in value. Okay, this is what we have seen in the last week. So today's topic is importance of decorating body with tilaka. Importance of decorating body with tilaka. So before we talk more about this particular topic, I want to present an ice-breaking question to all of you so that we will enter into the topic with the right mood. Speak your mind. Can you share an incident when you were in a danger, and how are you saved from that danger? Can you remember any one incident when you were in danger and how you were saved from that danger? This is the question. Can anybody answer one by one? Madhuri Mataji, can we start with you?
Yes, Prabhuji. One time I was about to get electric shock when I was switching on something, and I got little shock and I came back. I thought God only saved me that time because one spark also came, and actually nothing happened to me.
Very
Yeah.
good. Okay, very nice. Okay, Vinod Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, when I met with the accident, that is a major
Yeah,
accident.
yeah.
So I could not remember Krishna actually. I was just in a shock, like I was helpless actually.
Hmm.
So finally, I found injured, and everything happened in the family. So that is why I was not saved, and I couldn't remember Krishna, and I couldn't do anything. That is what I can explain. I can feel. I could not remember
Okay,
anything.
understand. Hmm. But there was a incident. Can't even imagine the kind of incident that happened, and he lost his mother, he lost his wife, and his father got injured, and he got injured, and his kid also got injured. It's a big thing, yeah. But somehow he got saved, and somehow. So in such a situations, even if you don't remember Krishna, it's very difficult for all of us to remember Krishna in such a difficult situations, right? So 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 we have to practice in our life to remember Krishna in every difficulty that we have, and death is another difficulty. Definitely, we have to remember Krishna, but it's not that easy. As Prabhu said, although he is a devotee, his mother is devotee, his father is devotee, and everybody chant. But when such incident happened, we could not remember Krishna. So who will protect us then? Okay, so we'll see. Today's topic should help us when such situation happen to all of us, how we can be protected, even if we don't remember Krishna. Okay, we'll take an example of somebody's who has not remembered Krishna, who does a lot of sinful activities, but he died. But how he got liberated and how he was protected, we will see. The protection does not mean that the protection in the material life, protecting you from you know the assets that you have, or the beauty that you have, or maybe you know the family that you have, or maybe anything that you have possess. Okay, maybe from the job or anything. The protection does not mean that you be protected from material possessions that you have. The protection means protecting spiritually, and how you be entering into the spiritual world. Again, how you will not be coming back to the material world, and you will be suffering a lot in this material world, because the material world itself is a suffering world. We might be thinking that we are not suffering, but actually we are suffering. The good moments or the happy moments that we have are just moments that are, you know you can say, some relief from the sufferings that you have. Some reliefs from the sufferings that you have are not actually the enjoying situations. Okay, we discussed that in the past. Fine. So, so Vinod Prabhu, it will definitely help. This session will definitely help you. Um, um, so, so you were protected for sure. So, how you were protected, you will understand today. Okay. Chitravilasini Mataji.
Prabhuji, sometimes somebody scolded or somebody did something really hurt us. No, at that time sometimes I will feel very bad about them. And now suddenly if we hear lecture, Maharaj just say opposite to that. We should be grateful whatever situation. We have to be grateful to the person, even though they did something good for us. We have to be grateful for that. It's kind of.
Yes, yes. Okay, very nice. Rahul Prabhu, Hare Krishna. We want to hear from you.
Prabhuji, I don't remember such event. Any such
Hmm.
event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been protected or not protected?
Always protected.
Very both. Very
I'm
nice.
I'm fatalist. I believe whatever happens, whether good or bad, it
Okay.
happens because of the wish of God only.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. Rangarao Prabhu, you want to share something? Have you ever faced an incident where it was a danger situation and you were protected from there? And how you were
Yes,
protected?
yes, Prabhuji. Not only a single incident,
Mm.
2, 3 such incidents.
Okay.
When I was working in Palvancha in our power switchyard,
Mm.
I was in duty.
Mm.
During such time, we opened one breaker.
Mm.
Actually, it should not be opened. Actually,
Mm.
but by mistakenly we opened. A huge spark came in that switchyard,
Mm.
and we along with my workers survived luckily, but that some equipment damaged, but human loss was not occurred. We were survived luckily, really. That
Okay.
was happened in 2007. 2007 it happened.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And one time a miraculous escape during these two. One more thing was a little one.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Very nice, Prabhu.
From
Thanks for
these two
sharing.
incidents, I was really escaped.
Okay. Okay. Nice, Prabhu. Thanks for sharing your experiences. Okay, Priya Mataji, Bindu Mataji, can you share any dangerous incident in your life and how are you protected?
Dangerous situation, I don't know, Prabhuji, but I feel like luckily I got out of the bad marriage. And I was very reserved person, never used to say anything that I want to speak, all kind of. Just used to go with others. But I don't know really where I got that courage from to stand on my point and make everyone understand what I was going through. And my father himself saying that, okay, it's up to you, you want to get out of the marriage is something, I feel like God was always with me, that I was able to convince some people. Otherwise, I never used to. Even today, I would have been in the same marriage and would have been going through the problems. I could have never been happy.
Got it. Okay. Very nice, Mataji. Thank you very much for sharing. So, Sakshi Mataji and Priya Mataji, any of you?
Nothing great situations, Prabhu, but whenever I'm very tense about facing interviews in the corporate world. So whenever I face interviews, I feel his presence. I've felt it because whatever answer I have given, it's not definitely not out of my intelligence. Some force would have made me answer in a maybe probably right way because I got the job finally, many instances. So I feel his presence during those times. And
Thanks.
last year, my father passed away, unfortunately, but he never chanted. But that December, I had been to Mayapur and I came home and I gave him prasadam.
Don't
And
make
he,
noise.
and he had prasadam, and just one day later, he has passed away. So I don't know, maybe it was Krishna's will that. And he had a long suffering medical history. So maybe it was Krishna's will that he will have prasadam and leave his body. Maybe, I don't know. No, don't know, Prabhuji. Yes,
Yeah.
I feel, yeah.
So sometimes a devotee's mercy will help somebody. Okay. Like you gave prasadam. If you are not there, if you are not a devotee, if you would have not given prasadam, and that would have not been helpful for certain people who are non-devotees also gets liberated. Non-devotees also get benefit of you know all these things because of their association with such a I know great devotees. Sometimes yes, we are in flow. Sometimes if you see in Mumbai local trains, Have you ever experienced, anybody experienced Mumbai local train? Hmm? So you just stand in the platform. You will be taken into the train. Okay, you don't have to put in any effort. You just stand in the platform. So in the same way,
I,
sometimes,
I was
Prabhu,
experienced, Prabhuji.
you
Mumbai local train,
experience.
same incident.
In Mumbai local train, you don't have to put any effort to get into the train. You just stand in front of the train. That's it. People will pull you into the
Exactly.
train.
Exactly.
Okay, the devotion
Sometimes
is
they
also
pull
like
out
that.
of the train also.
Both will
Sometimes they
happen.
pull out of the train also.
But if somebody is pulling you out of the train, you will put in effort to not to go out, right? At least you'll try to save yourself. Yeah. If you are associated with devotees who are pure devotees, who are eligible for getting such a, great opportunities. So if you are just one among this crowd, then you will be pulled. You don't have to be. So Priya Mataji, as you are saying, for your father, definitely the mercy of devotees will help such people. Yeah. So I request Yashvi Mataji to speak. The question is, have you ever been in a danger situation and how are you saved? Sakshi Mataji.
Yeah, Prabhuji, when you were telling about the train, I remember when the incident, myself and my son, we were about to travel to Mumbai for a visa purpose. So everything was fine. Even my husband, he checked that the train is going to come in Majestic. So we reached to Majestic, and from there we got to know that today the train is not going to come in this station. It will come directly to Yashwantpur. So it was a dilemma for us. Like we have to reach next day for a visa, and the interview date is fixed. How are we going to reach in next 10 minutes to Yashwantpur? And this railways always there will be end moment we will always book, right, Tatkal ticket, and it is not booked till last day. So like this, the announcement didn't happen. Then I asked in the entrance why it is not announced. We'd have gone to Yashwantpur rather coming over here. Then we just ran, like we didn't see here and there. I said, son, we are going to catch a auto and then we are going to go. So we took a auto, and he this thing, traffic is also been red signal was there, but still he avoided that. And then finally we reached over there to Yashwantpur, and then we got to know that the train is yet to reach and another 10 more minutes is there.
Okay.
So this was the situation over there. So this is one. There are so many situations which happened, but because you said train, I thought of you know
Okay.
sharing this. That is how it is.
Nice, Mataji.
Correct.
Okay. We'll have an opportunity to share much more situations that you have. We'll come back to you again, once again, Mataji. Okay, Ashwi Mataji, you want to share something?
Hare Krishna, Babuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Tell me the danger situation that you experienced. Mataji, are you speaking? Have you experienced any danger situation? Mataji, we can't hear you. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, we'll come back to Mataji later. So before that, we will just enter into our topics today. Okay. What is tilak? What is tilak? A decoration made to the body by applying wet clay mixture marks the body as a temple of Vishnu, the Supreme Lord. A tilak is something that we wear on our body. Actually, the tilak is in 12 places, not on the one place. Actually, you can see on forehead only. But actually, tilak is applied on 12 places of the body. 12 places. Why tilak is applied on 12 places? Especially if you remember in the initial topics when we discussed, we said the body is not what we are. We are not this body. A body is something that is perishable. Body is something that is temporary. Body is not something that we need to be really cared of. What we are supposed to be cared of is the soul. Because we are souls. We have this body for time being, and we may have some other body after we leave this body. When such a body is so temporary, then why are we decorating this body? What is the need for decorating this body? And we also learned from Bhagavad Gita that this body is called Kshetra. This body is called Kshetra. Kshetra means field. Field. If you see a cricketer's Kshetra is cricket ground. Right? So what will cricketer does? In Kshetra only he will perform, right? His performance will be in the Kshetra. That means in the cricket ground, battlefield is the Kshetra for a warrior. Cricket ground is a Kshetra for a cricketer. In the same way, this body is a Kshetra for this soul, so that the soul can come into this body and perform some activities which are required, so that the soul can be liberated. Soul needs this body to get liberation, not for anything else. Why the soul needs body? If the soul is not in this body, it cannot perform a pious activities, or it cannot perform an activities which will help us to lead to the liberation. Right? So the body is very much essential. So, and we heard why we came to this material world is because we desire to come. Just like how a son wants to live separately from his father and enjoy the world, enjoy the life. Later, when he realizes that I'm missing my father, then we want to go back. Even though we want to be separated from our father, and we say, Father, I don't want to stay along with you. I want to go and stay in some other hostel or somewhere. Then father will make all the arrangements for us. Right? My son is going for an engineering college, so he has to stay in a hostel. So I have to make arrangements for the hostel, and I tell him, this is how you have to live. I'll help him. And also I will tell somebody, relatives, friends, family members, anybody who is there in that village or that city, telling him that my son is left in the hostel. So once in a while you call him, or once in a while invite him to your house, so that he will feel comfortable. He will not feel bored and missed anybody from our family. Okay. So much care we do. Okay, if for our family members, for our son, daughter, who is staying all alone, we do all the arrangements. Okay, I remember Rangarao Prabhu came to drop his daughter. Okay, using this body, we all are living in this body. Using this body, the ultimate purpose is that to satisfy our parents, to go back to parents, to ensure that we are connected back with our own origin. Okay, this is the purpose of the body that is given. So when the body is given to us by our father, so it's a gift of Krishna. The body is a gift of Krishna. So are we the owners of this body? No. Who is the owner of this body? Lord Krishna. That means we are using the properties of Lord Krishna. We came to this material world. We are using the property of Lord Krishna. So how carefully we should take care of the property of Lord Krishna? We can't just ignore our body. We have to take care of our body. So carefully we should take care, so that our origin, the Krishna, will be impressed with the way we are handling our body. But unfortunately today we are losing this knowledge of how we can take care of this body, and we are using this body for only sense enjoyment. Meeting, eating, mating, defending, all these things we are doing. nothing else other than what an animal can do. Whereas, if you understand that this body is given to us by the Supreme Lord, and we have to be carefully using it, then the way of using this body will be different. We will be spiritually engaging. We'll be taking care of this body so that this body will be useful for us to connect with our Supreme Origin. That's why we decorate the body. And second thing, as I mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna mentioned that this body is a kshetra. Kshetra is given to us so that you perform your activities and go back to Krishna. And Krishna also mentioned that this body is a kshetra for Krishna also, not only for us. How he mentioned? He said there are two kshetrajnas. Kshetrajna means the person living in the kshetra. There are two kshetrajnas. One kshetrajna is soul, another kshetrajna is Paramatma. The Lord Krishna, in the form of Paramatma, is residing in our heart. Okay? So this body is a residence of Paramatma. If you can realize this, it is treated as a temple. It is treated as a temple, right? So you have seen why you call temple, why you go to temple is because in temple, God will be there, right? So, but in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna clearly mentioned the body is a temple because I am staying in this body. Along with the soul, Paramatma also staying, so this body is a temple. So when we know that this body is a temple, then what should we do? We have to decorate this temple. We have to decorate this temple. How we decorate our temples? In the same way, we should decorate this temple also, this body also. So the decoration of this temple is with tilak. Those who are not wearing tilak, that means they don't realize that this body is not my property. They don't realize that this body is a property of Krishna. They don't realize that in this body, Krishna is living. So we make this body used for eating non-veg. We make this body, to meet, inauspicious people, or we make this body for all nonsense things in which Krishna is residing. Maybe Krishna is uncomfortable with it, but we don't care, right? We are misusing the property of Krishna. Simply saying, we are misusing the Krishna's property. If it is your property, you can use the way you want, but it is not your property. If it is your property, it will be in full of your control, but it is not in your control. You don't know when you will die. You don't know what disease will come. Whatever may be the care that you do, but things will happen which are not supposed to happen to us. We don't have any control. All the control is by Krishna. So we have to offer our body back to Krishna. That's why if you see a dead body is offered, where? Dead body came from Panchabhutas, and the dead body is again mixed in the Panchabhutas. Okay, some people will bury, some people will burn, some people will throw in the water, some people will just give it to give it as a food for the birds. But somehow it is mixed in the Panchabhutas. Such a great body has to be treated very greatly. Okay, there is no doubt about it. That is the reason we decorate this body. We decorate this body. So now we will see more deep into how to decorate and what is this decoration all about. You can see who can decorate it. One who is wearing tilaka can at once be identified as a devotee of the Lord. If you wear tilaka, then you will be called as a devotee. If you don't wear tilak, you will not be called as a devotee. Now you see, on the road, if you are going, if somebody is on uniform, right, you will identify him as a policeman. Or somebody is, wearing tilak, you will identify them as a devotee. So there must be an identification. Just as one can recognize that the strength of the government is behind the uniformed policeman, one can understand that the strength of the God is behind the devotee marked with tilaka. Okay. So just the way you see the policeman, you feel that he is a person of government. He is representing government, right? He is representing government. In the same way, when you see a person wearing tilak, you will identify as he is the representing person of God. He is a representative of God. Okay, he's a representative. So you will give the respect that you have to give to God. That is the significance of wearing tilaka. According to Vaishnava tradition, Gopi Chandan or the sacred soil from Dwaraka or Vrindavan is applied on the body in 12 places while reciting the mantras to the Lord Vishnu. This process purifies one's body, designating it as a temple of Lord. Okay. What is this tilak? Significance of tilak we will try to understand. I will tell you all the 12 places where we apply and what mantra we chant while applying also I will tell you towards the end of this session. But now we need to understand what is this tilak all about? Where is this tilak coming from? Why tilak has so much importance? We'll try to understand. Okay. Tilak is also called as Gopi Chandan. Tilak is also called as Gopi Chandan. Actually, in Dwaraka, when Krishna was there with his 16,000 wives, 16,108 wives, one day he had a headache. Okay, he got a headache. Then he was seriously suffering from that headache. It was all pastime. Okay, it was all Leela. So don't think that how Krishna can get headache. Okay, he want to prove something. He want to show something. He want to give some message to all of us. That's why this pastime is occurring. So when he got a headache, and then nobody knows what to be done so that Krishna can be relieved from this headache. Then Narada Muni came. And then Narada Muni asked, Krishna, you tell me what I should do so that you'll be relieved from this headache. Krishna said, I need a pure devotee's dust to be applied on my forehead. A pure devotee's dust should be applied on a forehead of my forehead so that my headache will be relieved. This is what Krishna said. Then he went and asked Dwaraka queens. Dwaraka queens are devotees, definitely, because they are worshipping Krishna and they are wives of Krishna. Then Narada said, the Dwaraka queens, see, your husband is suffering from headache and he wanted your dust, the dust from your feet. Okay, if you can give me your feet dust, then I will apply that to Krishna's head so that he will be relieved. You know what Dwarka queen said? Dwarka queen said, this is a sinful action. We cannot give our dust to Krishna. We will go to Naraka. If at all it happened that my dust touches the forehead of Krishna, then I am doing a greatest sin and I will enter into the Naraka Loka. So please don't ask me such things. Then he has no other option. The best of best devotee herself said, we cannot give our dust to Krishna. Then who else Narada should approach? He went to Vrindavan to ask gopis. Gopis are the topmost devotees of Krishna. Gopis are topmost devotees of Krishna. Okay, gopis are topmost devotees of Krishna. Then Gopi said, no. Narada asked gopis, Gopi, can you all of you give your dust from the feet so that I will apply to Krishna? Gopi said, it is our pleasure. We will give our dust. Go and apply to Krishna. Then Narada asked. The same thing I asked Dwarka queens. They said no because they get sin. Don't you get sin when you give your dust to Krishna? and your dust touches the forehead of Krishna, don't you get sin? Don't you go to Naraka, hell? Then Gopi said, if our dust can cure Krishna, if our dust can give relief to Krishna, we are okay to go to hell even 100 times, 1,000 times. Okay, this is the love of gopis. So the gopis came to Dwarka at that time to give the dust. When they came to Dwarka, what they did, they washed their feet at one kund, that kund called Gopi Kund. It is there in Dwarka. Okay. So when they washed their feet in that Gopi Kund, the whole their legs dust got accumulated in that kund. Okay. So today, whatever tilak we are applying, that is made with mud, dust. Gopi's dust. That is coming from Gopi Kund, Dwarka. Okay. And that is the mud that we are using in the Gopi Chandan. That's why we call it as a Gopi Chanda. And also, this dust is coming from Vrindavan also, where Krishna performed Rasalila with gopis. Where Krishna performed Rasalila with gopis, in that place, the dust is taken. And that dust is used in making this Chanda, Gopi Chanda. So, one from Gopi Kund, Dwaraka, and another from Vrindavan, the place where the Rasalila happened. From there, this dust comes. So just imagine how we will be protected by wearing this tilak. Right? So we are wearing the dust of gopis. That is the purity that we get. Okay. So that is the one thing. This purifies the body, designating it as a temple of the Lord. The moment when you apply the tilak, you are understanding that this body is a temple and I am a servant of Krishna. I am a servant of Krishna. Next, significance of tilak. Tilaka, sacred dust for Vrindavan, is said to have touched the lotus feet of Sri Krishna's exclusive devotees and is worshipable even by the Krishna himself. Even Krishna also worship his own devotees. Okay. Such a pure devotee's dust is Gopi Chandan. The glories of tilak. Tilak also offers the wearer protection from the ghosts, evil influences, bad dreams, accidents, and many other things. So you will not get evil, influences or bad ghosts, and even bad dreams, accidents, and many other inauspicious things. And it keeps one's mind calm and allows one to constantly remember Lord Krishna. Okay. In fact, your behavior will change the moment when you wear tilak. With tilak and without tilak, your behavior will change. You will be completely different. The moment when you wear tilak, you'll be very conscious. What to talk, what not to talk, how to talk. Okay, because I'm doing a publicity that I am a devotee. Then I should be in the consciousness of what I'm speaking. Okay, I can't speak anything. I have to speak carefully. A devotee cannot speak rubbish. Okay, so if I am wearing tilak, I'll be more careful of what I speak, the choosing of the words, the way I'm speaking, and to whom I am speaking, how I am speaking, all these matters. Because if I speak wrong, I'm setting a wrong example in this society. A devotee can live like this also. A devotee speaks like this also. A devotee's behavior is just similar to a non-devotee behavior. This example I should not set, right? When I am wearing tilak, I should be a role model for all others. People should look at me and learn what I am doing. Whether it is what I'm speaking or whether it is what I'm doing, they should learn from me. So, people who are wearing tilak should be careful in their behavior because others are observing you. They will learn from you. If you do wrong, they will learn wrong. If you do good, they will do good. So, don't become a bad example by wearing the attire of devotee so that he will lose the trust. He will lose the trust on Krishna devotees. Right? So tomorrow they will not become a devotee. They don't want to become a devotee. So that's why you are not a normal person when you are wearing a tilak. You are an example for somebody else. In fact, if I am wearing a tilak, and if anybody look at my face when I am wearing my tilak, then all sinful reactions will go for him. He will become pious. Whatever may be the sins that he has done, the sins will go. A Vaishnava will wear tilak for the benefit of the others who see us. Whoever is seeing my face, for them all the sins will go. All the sinful reactions will be cleaned. So that is the responsibility of the Vaishnava, right? Vaishnava will not live for himself. He will try to care for others. Or he will try to give good life for others. He wants to make all others also sinless. That is the Vaishnava's responsibility. Vaishnava is not the one who only does his own sadhana and go back to Krishna. No, he is not Vaishnava. Vaishnava is not the one who does his own devotional service and he take care of himself and he go back to Krishna. No, Vaishnava is not defined like that. Vaishnava is the one who takes care of other devotees. Vaishnava is the one who helps others to come out of their material entanglements. Vaishnava is the one who helps others to liberate. Okay? This is Vaishnava. This is the culture of Vaishnava. So for that purpose, Vaishnava wear tilak on his body. So who is getting benefited? More than me? A person who is looking at me will get benefited if I wear tilak. Okay? So this is another purpose why Vaishnava wears tilak. Next, it keeps one's mind calm and allows one to constantly remember Lord Krishna. From Padma Purana, the glories of tilak were mentioned like this. Persons who put tulasi beads on the neck, who mark 12 places of their bodies as Vishnu temple with Vishnu's symbolic representations, and who have Vishnu tilaka on their foreheads, are to be understood as the devotee of the Lord Vishnu in this world. Their presence makes the world purified, and anywhere they remain, they make that place as good as Vaikunta. This is mentioned in Padma Purana. Padma Purana mentions wherever there is a devotee, there the place is as good as Vaikunta. Okay? Tirthasthana, pilgrimage. Why the purity of the pilgrimage is because of the devotees who are going there. It's not because of anything else. Just because devotees are going to the Tirthasthana has that purity. Okay. A devotee goes to the Rahul Prabhu, you want to say something? Hare Krishna. Okay. Okay. So, in fact, if you see, Ganga is pure. Right? Ganga is pure. And a sinful person who is entering into the Ganga, why a sinful person enter into the Ganga and take a dip in the Ganga? So that he can clean his sins, sinful reactions. So can Ganga say that I am pure? Only the pure people come and take dip in my water. Can Ganga say like that? Does Ganga say like this? Every sinful person only enter into the Ganga, not the pious persons, not the pure persons. Okay. But why Ganga is doing this? Ganga wants to purify the sinful persons. Then Ganga says, okay, I am purifying so many sinful people, while in this process I am getting contaminated. How will I get purified? This is what Ganga asked Lord Shiva in Padma Purana. Ganga went to Shiva, said, see, I am getting contaminated because of so many sinful people coming and polluting my water. I am getting contaminated. How do I be purified? And then Lord Shiva said, Ganga, don't worry. Vishnu devotees, Vaishnavas will come and take a dip in your water so that you will get purified. See, the whole world is purified by Ganga, but Vaishnavas are purifying Ganga. Just imagine the greatness of Vaishnavas, the importance of Vaishnavas who wear tilak. Okay. They are meant for purifying others. They purify all sinful people. And for that purpose only they live. That's why they do publicity. They do prachar. Why do they do prachar? And they'll make everybody wear tilak. They will make everybody chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They'll make everybody hear Bhagavad Gita. They'll make everybody, take pradakshina around the Tulasi. Why do they do this? To give benefit to others who are non-devotees. Okay. Of course, it is a sadhana for ourselves. We are also practicing devotees. We are also getting benefited. At the same time, we are giving that benefit to all others. That is mentioned in Padma Purana. So the place where Vaishnavas are there, the place is so sacred. So it is called Vaikunta. Next. Glories of tilak, Skanda Purana. Persons who are decorated with tilak are Gopi Chandan and who mark their bodies all over with the holy names of the Lord, and on whose neck and breasts there are tulasi beads, are never approached by Yamadutas. Please understand. Whatever may be the sinful person we are, if you are wearing tulasi beads like this, you can see why a devotee wears tulasi bead. Always tulasi on the body. It's very, very important. Scientific reasons also there why the tulasi is so important on the body, and there are spiritual reasons. So we are not going to go only with the scientific reasons. We are also going to go with the spiritual reasons. We have seen in the last class how tulasi will help us. Having the tulasi beads on the body will help us. Now, we are also seeing one more thing, that the tilak on the body, how will it protect? Initially, when we said the protection for us when we are in danger. Okay. So wearing tilak, wearing tulasi is the protection. You will not be taken to the Yamaloka. Yamadutas will never come to your house. If a dead body is seen by Yamadutas and which is decorated with tilak, then Yamadutas will not touch that body. Yamadutas will not come there. They will not take that person to the Narakaloka, even if he is a sinful person, even if he has done Brahmana Hacha. Okay. Such a great advantage that is mentioned in the Skanda Purana about the Tulasi. Sorry, about tilak. Okay. So to justify this, I will tell one story. Okay. So there was a king, and the king is of Sindhu Desha king, the king of Sindhu. He was a very sinful person. He's a cruel person, in fact. He's a cruel person. He killed so many people. He killed so many pregnant women. So while he was on the earth and he murdered hundreds of Brahmanas, And in tens of pregnants, he has killed. And one day what happened? He went to the forest for hunting. He wanted to hunt the deer. But while he was hunting the deer, it happened that the arrow which he released hit the brown cow. Instead of deer, it hit the brown cow, and the cow died then and there. Okay, this is another great sin. Seeing this, Yamadutas came to take him back to hell. So Yamadutas, when they carried this fellow to the Naraka, and then Yamadharmaraj asked Chitragupta, what should be the punishment that should be given to him? Then Chitragupta has seen the whole history. Then he said to Yamadharmaraj that he should be thrown into the 8,400,000 hells, not one hell. 8,400,000 hells he should be thrown into. And for how long? As long as the sun and moon is there. As long as the sun and moon is there, he should be put into these many hells. That is the punishment that he should get, because he killed tens of women who are pregnant, and he killed a brown cow, and he killed thousands of deers in the forest, and he has offered demigods and offended demigods and brahmanas, and he has killed so many brahmanas, and he is the greatest of great sinner. So he should not be excused. You know what happened then? Yamadharmaraj said, in fact, when a soul leaves the body, soul gets another body before going into the Narakaloka. Soul gets another body. And that body is called Yatana body, suffering body. Okay. Soul cannot experience all these difficulties that we are facing. Soul should be covered with a body. Then only soul will experience. We might be saying once we die, we leave this body, we are souls. How does it matter what is happening to the soul? They may cut into 1,000 pieces. They may cut into 100 pieces. How does it matter? Because soul cannot experience the pain. No. To experience this pain, before entering into the Naraka, they will give one body to us. And it can take any punishment. Even if you put in the, boiling oil, you will feel the pain, but nothing will happen to the body. Okay, such a body is called Yatana body, Yatana Sharira, or it is called suffering body. It is given. As long as you are in Narakaloka, you will be with that body. Then with that body, Yamadharmaraja said, he has ordered Yamadutas to took that sinner and threw him into the terrible 8,000-mile wide cauldron of budding, boiling oil in the hell of Kumbhipaka. Okay, Kumbhipaka means the oil is boiled so that the bubbles are coming from the oil. Such a heat they generate, and then he was told to throw into that boiling water. Okay, the moment the sinner came to it, the boiling oil, which was hot as the great fires at the time of cosmic devastation, suddenly became cool. It has become like a cool water. Okay, it has become like a cool water. The moment when this the Sindhu king, who was a sinful, was put into the oil, which is burning, the moment when it touches the oil, when he touches the oil became cool. So his body is not feeling any pain. He is not feeling anything. Just like how Prahlad Maharaj was put into the fire. What happened to Prahlad Maharaj? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. In fact, the fire has become, pacified. Fire could not do anything to Prahlad Maharaj. How come this happened? How come that happened? For such a sinful person, why he is not taking the punishment? Vyasadev said the reason for why this guy was not, having any suffering when he was put into the um, boiling oil. The sinner died in the place where from someone's hand, the Gopi Chandan dropped. Okay. The place where the sinner died, no, that place in the past, from some devotee hand, the Gopi Chandan dropped. So actually, if you remember, if you understand, he was tied to a rope and he was dragged on that place. He was dragged on that place. So that was the place where actually the Gopi Chandan got dropped from a devotee's hand. And that Gopi Chandan got applied to the body of that sinful person. That's why all the sins have gone. And this guy has become pure. That's why when this guy was dipped into the hot, oil also, oil could not do anything. Oil also became cool. So, and that Gopi Chandan was from Dwaraka, and accidentally it has fallen. Dying in Gopi Chandana, that sinner became purified. Okay, that is the greatness of the Chandana. A person who wears Gopi Chandan Tilak attains a spiritual form like that of Lord Narayana. Simply by seeing him, one becomes free from all the sins, which are even killing of a Brahmana. Okay, so that is the greatness of. I'll just show you the story. You can see the Sindhu king who murdered hundreds of Brahmins and tens of pregnant ladies, and he killed cow, brown cow, instead of deer. So Yamadharma Raja from hell, he ordered to put him into this thing, hot oil. Then he was put into the oil, but the oil became cool, just like Prahlad Maharaj was unhurt in the same situation. Vyasadev said he died in the place where the Gopi Chandan was dropped. That is the greatness. Okay. Then later what happened? He is eligible for going to the Vaikunta because of the Gopi Chandan. Hearing this, Yamaraja, who understands the glories of the Gopi Chandana, took the sinner, placed him in an aeroplane that goes to anywhere one wishes, and sent him to Vaikunta, which is above the worlds of matter. Thus, we have heard the glories of Gopi Chandana from Garga Samhita, Canto 6, Chapter 50. This story is not I created. This story is from Garga Samhita. Okay, in Garga Samhita, this story was mentioned about Gopi Chandan. Okay, who can wear tilak? This is the important question that one should ask. Okay, because are we eligible to wear tilak? Who can wear tilak? Anyone who wishes to acknowledge the simple truth that I am the Lord's servant can wear tilak. No other qualification. If you accept that you are a servant of Krishna, you can wear tilak. You don't need to have any other qualifications. Okay, that will purify us. You may not feel you have much devotion to Krishna, but you are not prohibited from wearing tilaka, because it's a sign that you are trying to be his devotee. What's more, the qualification for being Krishna's devotee soon develop in a person who learns the art of wearing tilak. The person who wears tilak will become a devotee. Or the person who wants to become a devotee also can wear tilak. A person who accepts that he is a servant of Krishna can wear tilak. Why wearing tilak? The body is a temple of God. We discussed already this. Instead of decorating our body as if we are the self, or destroying it, or despising it for its filthy emissions, we can respect and care for it as a residence of the Supreme Lord. The soul lives within the body, and so too does the super soul, the Lord. As a house is built and maintained for the pleasure of its owner, so our body is meant for the pleasure of its real owner, Lord Krishna. Decorating the body with a tilaka pleases him. Pleases him. And what will happen if you don't decorate your body with a tilak? That is also mentioned. Putting on tilaka helps remind us that we belong to Krishna. And when others see a person wearing tilaka, they are not only remembering Krishna, but relieved from all sinful reactions. The Lord protects us from all sides. When we wear tilak on our bodies, the Lord protects us from all sides. When Srila Prabhupada gave a disciple the name Tilaka Dasi, he told her that tilaka meant victory personified. Face without tilak. What happens? What is the meaning for the face without tilak? Tilak is our position. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's stricture. He would not see one's face if there is no tilaka. He used to say it is a cremation ground. Yes, without tilaka, Pasanta Mukha, tilaka must be there. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu treats a person or treats a face who is not wearing tilaka as a place of burial ground. Okay. So, it's treated as a burial ground without tilak. So, that is what the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. How to apply tilak? So, there are videos in YouTube. You can see how the tilak can be applied, which is called Urdhva Kunda. Okay, Urdhva Kunda. When we are applying tilak, we should not apply like this. Okay, from top to bottom we should not apply. We should apply like this. Like this we should apply. Okay, from the bottom we should start and take it to top. This is how we should apply. You can see how Prabhupada is applying. Okay, one should pour a little water into the palm of her left hand and rub the Gopi Chandan. There is a tilak, right? Gopi Chandan. You can rub on the hand. Before that, you put a water. Then one should now apply the Gopi Chandan with the ball of the fingertip of the right ring finger to make the tilaka markings on the 12 parts of the body. According to the Brahmanda Purana, one should not use the fingernails to make the space in the middle of the tilaka. One should place the damp cloth over the finger and make the space with that. Okay. When you're applying, right, you have to use a ring finger. You have to use a ring finger for applying the tilaka. So take tilak using the ring finger and apply like this. Okay. Apply like this. And to make these two lines, you have to clean whatever the tilak there in between the two lines. In between two lines, whatever is there, you need to clean it. For cleaning that, you should not use your nails. What you should do, you should take a damp cloth, and then use that cloth and clean it like this in between, so that you see it as a two strikes like this. Okay, this is how we should apply tilak. So I'll show you the mantras that you need to chant while applying the tilak. See, there are 12 places. First, I will introduce the 12 places. One is forehead. First place is forehead. Second place is the navel. Third place is the chest, in between the chest. And fourth place is the throat. Okay. And fifth place is the right side of the navel. Sixth place is the right hand. Seventh place, right shoulder. Eighth place, left side of the navel. Ninth place, hand, left hand, above the elbow. And 10th place, shoulder, left shoulder. 11th place, top of the back side top. And 12th place, bottom of the back. These are the 12 places. And the 13th place, you have to apply the remaining tilak, which is there on your hand at the tilak, at the sikha, on your sikha. So the mantras, don't interchange these mantras. When you are wearing tilak, when you are wearing on forehead, you should say Om Keshavaya Namaha. When we are wearing forehead, Om Keshavaya Namaha. Next, when you are wearing on navel, you should say Om Narayana Namaha. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayana Namaha. I'll send this image if you want. Okay. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayana Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Om Vaishnave Namaha. Om Madhusudanaya Namaha. Om Trivikramaya Namaha. Om Vamanaya Namaha. Om Sridharaya Namaha. Om Hrishikeshaya Namaha. Om Padmanabhaya Namaha. Om Dhamodaraya Namaha. Om Vasudevaya Namaha. This is the 13th one. 13th is not mandatory, but 12 are mandatory. And it is the positions also given. Keshavaya Namaha means forehead. Narayana Namaha means stomach. Madhavaya Namaha chest. Govindaya Namaha throat hole. Hollow throat. Hollow of the throat. Vishnave Namaha right side. Madhusudanaya Namaha right upper arm. And Trivikramaya Namaha right shoulder. Vamanaya Namaha left side of the stomach. Sridharaya Namaha left upper arm. Hrishikeshaya Namaha left shoulder. Padmanabhaya Namaha upper back. Damodaraya Namaha lower back. Vasudeva Namaha Sikha. Okay. 13th one is Sikha or head area is not marked with tilaka. Rather, after washing the right hand, wipe the remaining water on your sikha or head. Once you clean your hand, right, that wet hand also you can wipe on the sikha while chanting Om Vasudevaya Namaha. Water tilakal may be applied on the forehead if circumstances as difficult. Last option. In this case, real tilaka may still be applied on the other 11 parts. You may say, Prabhu, I can't wear tilak in office. I'm going to office. Now how can I wear tilak? It will look odd, abnormal. But tilak wearing is must. Further, the solution what we are giving is, you can apply other parts of the body with tilak. But on the forehead, you can put little tilak on the water and apply that water tilak. Tilak will be there, which is not visible. But other parts of the body, tilak will be there, as usual. But on the face, forehead, you can apply water as a tilak. But that water is not a complete water. You put little one drop of tilak in it. So that the tilak is diluted, completely diluted, and use that water and do this once. Okay. So that you are wearing tilak even when you are in office. Okay. Next, I will show you a video which is Before I end the session, I'll show you one video. Yes, Mataji. Ask me.
Prabhuji, she started from down like this, but you said it should be like this. Is it
Yeah,
okay?
from,
If it
yeah,
is,
from bottom to up, like this also okay, like this also okay. From
it,
bottom
it
to
should be from down to up. Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes. Whatever is comfortable. So for me, I put like this. It is comfortable for me. Okay. Even Prabhupada puts like this. Girls generally they put like this. I don't know why. That is comfortable for them.
Okay. No, Prabhuji, then why we are doing it with that stick which we get in our center, like is for
That is also my
easy,
doubt.
that is
comfortable?
that is easy. Okay. Because others don't know how to put tilak, and it will be fast and it will be easy. That's why. Ideally speaking, we should not. Once you learn how to apply tilak with your finger, you should not use that stamp. That stamp is for those who don't know how to put the tilak.
Applying. Okay, okay. But you said like if someone doesn't want to apply tilak in the office, my question is why they want to show others or not show others that I'm applying tilak. Applying tilak on my forehead should be my choice, right?
If
There
you
is
are
no criteria in any
no,
office that you cannot apply tilak and come. It's not written anywhere in any office. So giving such an excuse should not be like I don't know allowed or something.
correct,
It
correct.
is
You see, it is all depends on what is our consciousness at that time. Okay, I don't care about anybody. This is my tradition, and this is how I live. And I am a devotee, and I am a servant of God. I will apply tilak. That's all. No matter what others think about me. But
uh,
if I am that exalted, then I can be. But if I'm not that exalted, that I'm out of all these emotions, all these feelings, and maybe tilak will help. I think the tilak will sometimes have a problem in the job also. Like let us say I am dealing with a Muslim customer. Let us say, okay,
okay. Hmm.
if I apply a tilak and go to a customer who is non-Hindu, then probably the business will impact. The office job will affect, right? That reasons some people will not tilak. See, in fact, I like to wear tilak, but my boss tells me not to wear tilak in office. My boss tells directly. He tells. He told me many times, don't apply tilak in office, please. He will ask me. And I said, why? It is my choice. And he said, no, 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 no. That seriousness will not come. You may not be able to, scold others if you wear tilak. He says me. And I said, okay. You cannot be harsh with others if I wear tilak. Sometimes I have to be harsh, like in job. So for that purpose, if I wear tilak, I cannot be harsh. My complete attitude will change when I wear tilak. I can't be harsh. So so that time, if I don't try to be harsh in office, then my job cannot be done. Okay. So for that purpose, people don't take you seriously. They will say in the work. Okay. I say sometimes it happens. Sometimes I myself might feel shy of wearing tilak in the office environment. At least I apply to the whole body and I put water tilak. Yeah, that's okay, no problem. But if given a choice whether to apply tilak or not apply tilak in office, my choice is apply tilak. Yes. Okay. So today we are inviting.
Prabhuji,
Uh,
one more question.
hmm, yeah,
Regarding this tilak, I mean, different temples have different kind of tilak, say for the same Lord Vishnu, right? Like in Tirupati, for example,
hmm,
they apply white tilak, same
hmm.
long one, but in between they put a red tilak
Correct,
also.
correct. See, it is all depends on the sampradaya, parampara, or the disciplic succession where you are in. We are in Gaudiya Vaishnava parampara. We are the worshippers of Radharani. We are the worshippers. We are worshipping Krishna through Tulasi. Tulasi is the medium for us to reach Krishna. So we put tilak, and tilak as a gopi chandan, as a tilak, and we put a tulasi, so that we say that this is a Vishnu's pada, the foot of Vishnu, and decorated with the tulasi. That means Vishnu's footprint is there on our forehead. Okay, so means our approach to Krishna is through pure devotee. Okay, that is Tulasi Maharani. Some people will approach Krishna through Lakshmi Devi. That is called Lakshmi Sampradaya. Ours is Brahma Sampradaya. There is another Sampradaya called Lakshmi Sampradaya. And that Lakshmi Sampradaya is also called as Sri Sampradaya. Sri Sampradaya. Where Ramanujacharya, some prominent acharyas are there, no? Ramanujacharya. So they were Lakshmi Devi. The red line represents the Lakshmi Devi. Like this leaf represents the Tulasi for us. For them, the red line represents the Lakshmi Devi. Center. And this side, white lines. That is the foot of Lord Krishna. But the center red line is Lakshmi Devi.
I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, one Jignasa. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
So you told very nice story about that Gopi Chandan, how it came to existence and all. And one story you told about that king. That so doesn't it feel like two different meanings? Like you said, just with the one drop of that Gopi Chandan, he got liberated. Not liberated, but he avoided from all the sins and all. So it may go both ways. The person, like some way, they may think that tilk will product from anything and we can perform any sin.
That is another offense. Actually, it is mentioned in the Padma Purana once again. Yes, tilak will protect from all the sins. Definitely, that is true. But that does not mean that you do sins and then apply tilak.
Okay.
That does not mean that. It is an offense, actually, towards the Lord. For example, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. When you say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This protects us. This protects us. We will be getting rid of all the sins. By showing this power of this mantra, so that any sin I can do and then I can chant this mantra. Any sin I can do and then I can apply tilak. It is an offense to Krishna. We will not get liberated by in that case. We may be getting some pious credit, which will help us become devotee in next life, but we will not be liberated. Okay. So, but in his case, he has not done the offense because he has not applied tilak on his body with the consciousness that if I apply, all my sins will go. That is not his consciousness when he does that. Okay. It happened by accident. Because of the mercy of some devotee who washed his hands, and which is there in full of tilak at some place, and that place this fellow was dragon. So
but still,
he got,
it doesn't give right message. If it's accidental, then also.
Correct. See, the mercy of devotees can be a right message. Even if I am sinful, if a mercy of devotee is helping me to go back to the Krishnas, and that is a very authentic way. And yes, devotee's power is like that. That's the reason I mentioned in the initially, one example I mentioned. You stand on the platform of Mumbai local train. Okay. Without effort, you get into the train. So like that, we may be a sinful person. Or we might not be a devotee of Krishna, but we are standing in between multiple devotees. We get that benefit. So be associated with devotees. Even if you are not practicing bhakti, be associated with devotees, and among devotees, you also won. You will not be identified as a non-devotee by Yamadutas. So that is the benefit of being associated with devotees. Yeah, devotees' mercy is the topmost mercy because they protect. They protect. Krishna, he mentioned, I personally come to protect my devotees. Okay, I personally come to protect my devotees. I remember one story. Okay. Akbar and Birbal, Akbar and Birbal story, Akbar Birbal story. Akbar is a Muslim, right? Birbal is a Hindu. Okay. So in Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned, Krishna mentioned, I personally come to protect my devotees. Then Akbar got it out. How come Krishna say that I personally come? What is the need for Krishna to personally come? He can send somebody, no? Why should he come personally for us? Okay, that means he might not be a god. And then Birbal wanted to demonstrate this. One day what happened? Birbal took Akbar's son in his boat and he was traveling in the water, river. Okay, actually he was not his son. He made the idol of his son, the statue of his son, and he made him to sit in his lap. So Akbar is traveling in one boat and Birbal is traveling in one boat. These two are far apart. Then after it went to the mid of the river, he has thrown the son into the river. Then Akbar thought his son only fallen into the water. So immediately Akbar did not think anything. He jumped into the water and went to protect his son. Then when he realized that it is not his son and it is just a statue or some idol, then he brought him back and then Akbar asked, why did you jump into the water when your son is in trouble? Why you did not ask any soldier or anybody who come and save your son? He said, no, my son is very important for me. How can I wait till some soldier comes and saves him? I don't want to wait. My son is in danger. My son is in trouble. I have to go personally. I can't wait for anybody. I can't trust on anybody. I will go personally. I will protect him. So this is what Akbar said. Then when Birbal said, this is what exactly Krishna also is telling in Bhagavad Gita. He is not going to wait for somebody to come and protect us. He himself will come to protect us. Okay. So that's why our gurus, acharyas, these are all the expansion of Krishna. They are not just normal human beings. They are the expansion of Krishna. Krishna all the way coming to this material world as a guru, spiritual master, and helping us to take back to him. Okay. So this is one story that I could remember. Yes, Prabhu. People might try to take advantage of the strength of the holy name or the strength of Tulasi or the strength of tilak. But this is misusing. That's why even a sinful person going into the Ganga river and taking a dip into the river, he may be freed from all the sins that he has done, but not the tendency of doing the sinful actions. Right, Prabhu? So he will commit the sins once again. You see, you will clean the sins what you have done so far. But the tendency of doing sins, we don't lose that just by taking a dip in the Ganga. So you be associated with devotees, only then the tendency of doing the sinful actions will be reduced. Otherwise, you will still continue to be a sinful person. And it is like an elephant taking a bath in the water. Elephant goes, hours together it will take a bath. The moment it comes onto the shore, then what it will do? It will take the mud and put it onto the body again. Okay, it is just simple like that. That is an offense also, but at the same time, they don't get benefited because the tendency of doing the sinful actions is not gone. Okay?
Yeah.
Anybody else? Any other questions? Bindu Mataji, Priya Mataji, Sakshi Mataji, Madhuri Mataji, Vinod Prabhu. Don't worry, Prabhu. When that accident happened, your mother was with you, your father was with you, they are with tilak, they are with chanting beads, they are with tulasi, they were protected. Okay. So you are associated with them, you are also protected. See, protection does not mean that losing body is not protection. No, not like that. We are at a material plane, so we are thinking that I lost my wife, I lost my mother. No, we have to come out of that. If not today, tomorrow they will lose their body. But they are losing their body in a right consciousness. They are losing their body, and where are they going? Are they getting benefited out of losing this body right now? That is something that we need to think. Because we should not think in a material plane. We should think in a spiritual plane. Okay. So wearing tilak, wearing tulasi, kanti mala, they get protected. Don't worry. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We will meet in center today. Today I am inviting one great personality. He's vice president of Apollo. He's coming. So let us try to be available as maximum as possible. Otherwise, he will feel disappointed. He will find nobody in center, and when I am coming, he will think. So let us be with full attendance today. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Maharajis. Thank you very much.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.